Hey everybody, what is going on? Lyriluscs here with another Master Duel video for you guys. Today we are once again at the Limit 1 Festival, and I'm going to be taking a look at a kind of variant of the first deck that I did, although this one is going to be Lyriluscs Zoo instead of just Tri-Zoo. After taking a look at some of the comments and also that game we played against the opponent who was playing Lyriluscs and their Tri-Zoo, I kind of, had that moment, I think even in the video, like, oh, duh, like, Lyriluscs are good winged beasts, why don't we just throw those in? So, after playing around with a couple of other Limit 1 decks that we've seen, the Phantom Knights and the Zoodicas Sky Striker Kaiju deck, now I wanted to come back to more Tri-Zoo stuff, but also try different variants. That is the Lyriluscs variant here. So as you can see, we've taken out a lot of the kind of staple-y, kind of filler almost cards, and thrown in a bit of a Lyriluscs engine here. It did make the extra deck a little bit tight on space. Like in a perfect world, this deck in particular would have like a 20-card extra deck. I mean, I think most decks would, but this in particular, as far as like stuff you need to play for all the engines, even just required stuff is like around 17 or 18, so we had to make a couple of like minor sacrifices, but nothing too big. Like Rugal I wanted to keep, double Dragon Lords would have been nice, and an extra Zodiac body. Those are kind of like the three cards that I cut that I really wanted to keep, but again, we're trying to jam like three significant engines into here, but they all do still work fairly well together. Well, maybe the Lyriluscs and the Zodiacs not quite as well together, but that doesn't really matter as much because the Zodiacs are a very independent engine, right? You just summon one and then you just go into the line and then you go into Zeus. So it's nice to be able to have multiple options to go into Zeus. Like if our Zodiacs get stopped, we can still use a Lyriluscs to go into a Assembled Nightingale to then go into Zeus. So that's pretty nice. And then same, vice versa. If our Nightingale or something gets stopped trying to go into Zeus that way, we can always just use the Zodiacs a little bit later. Almirage was a little bit close to getting cut here, but I do think it's just a little bit more necessary than those other cards that I mentioned, just for setting up certain plays, so I ultimately decided to keep it in the build for that reason. We're not playing anything too adventurous here as far as like tech options, again, because this deck does use a lot of engines that are, take up a decent amount of dedicated space. The main deck space wasn't very tight at all. It was again more the extra deck space, but the main deck space was still close enough that we didn't have to go for like Torrential or like just Chalice or things like that. I actually could throw in Chalice, it's not an awful idea, but I wanted to try the Solemns too, because I think they're pretty good to set up with our like opening board stuff, like maybe F-Zero and or like the Ensemble Robin, or if not that, like like a Revolt setup, or Solemn's just good with all of our other setups in general. So so as always, let me go ahead and break down this list card by card here, and then we'll go ahead and do some gameplay. And since I've got the time tonight, I'm going to try to do some live games for us again, rather than replays here. So, first, like I said, let's go ahead and do the list card by card here. We've got one Cyframe Driver, one DD Crow, one Effect Veiler, one Lyrilusc Cobalt Sparrow, one Lyrilusc Sapphire Swallow, one Lyrilusc Turquoise Warbler, one Tri-Brigade Nerval, one Lyrilusc Barrel Canary, one Lyrilusc Celestine Wagtail, one Max C, one Cyframe Gear Gamma, one Tri-Brigade Chaos, one Tri-Brigade Kit, one Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one Barrier Statue of the Storm, one Zodiac Bunny Blast, one Zodiac Whiptail, one Zodiac Thoroughblade, one Zodiac Ram, one Zodiac Cataroost, one Tri-Brigade Fractal, one Mist Valley Apex Avian, one Gamma Seal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, one Nibiru, the Primal Being, one Raigeki, one Harpy's Feather Duster, one Monster Reborn. I don't know why I keep saying one. That's probably getting really annoying. Foolish Burial, 1-for-1, Lightning Storm, Bird Call, Lyrilusc Bird Call, Fire Formation Tenki, Twin Twister, Called by the Grave, Crossout Designator, Forbidden Droplet, Infinite Impermanence, Tri-Brigade Revolt, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike, F-Zero Utopic Draco Future, now that we're down the extra deck, F-Zero Utopic Future, rather, and then Utopic Draco Future, as well as Lyrilusc Recital Starling, Lyrilusc Assembled Nightingale, Lyrilusc Ensemble Robin, Zodiac Trident, Zodiac Borbo, Zodiac Chakanine, Divine Arsenal Oz Zeus Sky Thunder, Salamangreat Almirage, Tri-Brigade Fairyjeet the Baron Blossom, and then of course Bearbrum the Rampant Rampager, Simorg Bird of Sovereignty, Access Code Talker, and then Tri-Brigade Shurg the Ominous Omen. So yeah, I don't know, the extra deck kind of makes me think maybe I am trying to jam a little bit too many engines into here. I mean, I could pretty easily cut the Zodiacs from the main and extra deck, and then that would give me all the extra deck spots I need, and then I could just find, you know, 5 good, just generic cards, like I mentioned earlier, like the filler cards. But again, and I've talked about this in now multiple videos, I think the Zoodiac engine is so good in this format in particular that I don't want to say every deck that can fit it should, but decks that can easily afford to play it, like a going second engine with Sky Strikers, or in this case like Tri-Brigades, who obviously care a lot about the Beast Warrior type, I think it's a pretty smart bet to throw in the Zoodiac engine there. So that's why I want to try this deck in particular, so or this variant rather. So yeah, like I said, we're going to try to get some live games in as opposed to replays again, because I've got the time for it tonight. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight on into it. Okay, let us jump right on into our first game here with the deck. Had to stop and set all my accessories. Of course, we cannot play without all our accessories. So we want the coin flip. We're going to take the first turn here. Even though Zoodiacs are going second strategy, we're obviously primarily the Tri-Brigade Lyriluscs strategy. And then, even then, of course, Tri-Zoo wants to go first. So we'll go ahead and go first here. Let's see. This doesn't look like a particularly good first turn hand for this deck. This is definitely more of a second turn hand with the Zoodiacs and the Ash and the Harpies for the Duster. The Warbler by itself doesn't really do a whole lot. That's fine, though. Let's go ahead and summon Thoroughblade and activate the effect. Actually, do I want to activate the effect here? I think I will. The Whiptail is like maybe the one Zoodiac I would consider not using the effect on here. But yeah, I was going to say it could bait a response anyway, so that's totally fine. Now we can just save this Whiptail for later. Like, I'm even going to leave this Dryden that I'm about to make in attack mode. That way, if my opponent tries to just summon something big and battle over it, I can potentially just surprise him with the Whiptail. The Whiptail is also going to be a really good bluff as a hand trap here going into our opponent's turn. So, like I said, I want to set up this Dryden. I'd like to set up at least one other material under it. I'll go ahead and make that material Chalconine, because we could potentially use Borbo later to go into Zeus. And then, yeah, let's make that Dryden again. I'm going to make it in attack mode for that reason I just stated. And then I'll just go ahead and pass to my opponent. And then depending on what the opponent does, we don't have to use Whiptail for that use either. We could just save it and then go into Borbo and then Zeus on their turn, like I mentioned. We'll have the Harpies for the Duster, so that'll be nice to take care of their back rows. And then Ash and Dryden's Disruption should be enough to stop most things they can do. It's really obviously going to depend on what the opponent is exactly doing, but yeah, I really like this setup, even though we could have had a lot of better like combo setups going first. Okay, they played a Lifeless Leaf Fish. Send a fish from deck to graveyard. Okay, banish this card. I'm going to go ahead and Ash this, because they already used their normal summon on it, and there's a chance I might not get to Ash later. Like, this doesn't seem like the type of effect. Like, you might see this type of effect and be tempted to be like, oh, I'll just Ash a stronger effect, but I don't know, especially in festivals with decks like these, you never know like what they're exactly going to be doing. The fact also that they use their normal summon to try to do that makes it seem like it was a pretty important effect to try to resolve. So, okay, they're going to go for the Astral Karibo anyway. Let's see, can reveal one number special. This card reveals the number. Okay, they revealed number 104 Masquerade. And then cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So given that that's the case, I'm just trying to figure out if I should Dryden now. I feel like I probably should, but I'm trying to figure out if I should Dryden the Astral Karibo or this Lifeless Leaf Fish. I'll probably just hit the Astral Karibo here. So we flip this to on. I'll say no, but then when the summon resolves, I'll go ahead and pop it. That should be fine here. I don't think it's very, very likely our opponent will have more extenders beyond that. They could, though. But if they do have another one, I'd rather them use the Leaf Fish and something else rather than Astral Karibo and something. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Dryden, detach Chalconine so it keeps the attack, and let's go ahead and just pop Astral Karibo. Alright, and then we'll leave this set to on, because we'll use the Whiptail, like I mentioned earlier, to kind of bluff. Yeah, see, okay, they had... Well, the Silent Angler, to be fair, they wouldn't have been able to summon that if I had popped, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. And then they're going to go into Stealth Kraken. We did play against another Stealth Kraken deck earlier tonight when I recorded one of the other two videos. I don't remember which one. Yeah, okay, so they are going into good old Stealth Kraken. Now, let me see something real quick. piece of water, inflict half the damage, exceeds one monster. Okay, so yeah, they're just gonna pop the Trident, so I'm not gonna get a chance to banish it when it tries to battle in. Unless they do just try to battle in here. No, they're gonna just pop it with an effect. Okay, that's fine. Change that back to auto. We'll just save the Whiptail. And we'll just like Zeus him, I think, here. He's destroyed. Okay, good. Not sent. Destroyed. So, ooh, we drew a Fractal. That's a really good draw. Actually, that's a really good draw given that we have the Warbler in hand. So, they already used their Ash as well. Yeah, we have plays for days now. Being able to set up Lyriluscs plays and then even more Zoodiac plays after that. So, let's go ahead and start by activating Fractal's effect here. And we'll send... definitely going to want to send the Sparrow, right? Because we're going to special... this, and then we'll special the Sparrow, so let's go ahead and set that up. Right there. And activate. It shouldn't matter that our stuff's water, I don't think. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to happen, because that is a quick effect, but... that's totally fine that it's getting used here, because again, we have the Zoodiac in hand, so we'll just go ahead and do that. And we actually still get to special summon and search here. So actually, that didn't even really stop our plays here. Because we're going to special the Sparrow, activate the effect. And then now I can get Barrel Canary. Cannot summon except exceeds monsters. That's fine, that won't stop my Zoodiacs here. Then we can get this back out of our graveyard. We can overlay for... we could even make the Utopia... like, we have a lot of options here. I'm going to add the Sparrow Canary. Yeah, we have a ton of different options we can do now. Okay, let's activate. Yeah, we could do the Recital Starling. Oh, we could even normal summon... well, we could... well, yeah, we could get the Nerval, but we can't link summon, so that actually doesn't really do us much good. Let's see, Assembled Nightingale into Zeus. If we had Downer, that would be a 6... wait, 4, 5... no, it wouldn't. It would be a 5 material Zeus. That doesn't matter. That could be a 4 material Zeus right there, though. Or I could overlay, summon the Starling, detach, search a bird, and normal summon it, overlay into this, and then go into Utopia F0. But I think the... yeah, I think the Zeus is going to be better here. So let's just do like a 4 material Zeus here, I think. With the Assembled Nightingale. 1, 2, 3... wait, 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, 4 material Zeus. Alright, now we can just go into battle phase. We'll attack him directly. We get to do that 3 times, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's only 1800 damage, but better than just 600, I suppose. Okay, cool. There's that, and now main phase 2. I don't... yeah, I do actually need to pop this right away. Otherwise, they're gonna pop my Zeus because it'll be a water monster. So we do need to use this now, but because this sends and doesn't destroy, that's actually totally fine, because they won't get the one from the extra deck. And I could still summon Whiptail, but there's no reason to. Same for setting Feather Duster, so I'll just go ahead and pass here. Yeah, if my opponent sets back row, I don't think I'll Zeus during the end phase. I'll just Feather Duster during my turn. Monster Reborn, what are they targeting? Let me flip this to on real quick. I don't think any one thing they can bring back really... oh, it does kind of threaten me. The Zeus. We're gonna lose the Zeus either way then, right? Because they bring it back, they activate... because that doesn't require materials to detach. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's definitely a shame, but... oh well, it is what it is. They'll activate. I'll use Zeus's effect in response. That way, again, we'll send this, but not destroy it, so that way they can't get the little one out of the extra deck, the spawn. Oh, hey, that actually didn't... Oh, because it wasn't on the field anymore when it resolved, and then my opponent concedes as they realize the exact same thing. Huh, that's neat. Yeah, because it wasn't on the field when it actually resolved, that means that, yeah, it wasn't water anymore. Huh, go figure. All right, well, that's cool. We definitely take those. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Okay, next game with good old Tri-Lyriluscs here, and we get the first turn again. We always love to see that, so... Even with that last game where we got more of a going second hand, we still ended up with a pretty good end board there, just pretty good board state overall. Okay, Valor Kit, Regeki. Okay, so we have a Kit Almirage line here. It's not too bad. That's why I wanted Almirage in the extra deck, as I talked about in the deck profile. Oh, but you know what? We can't, we don't have anything to send for Chaos. But that's fine. We'll still just go ahead and add Fractal here, because that could potentially set up... Well, it'll set up... We'll have 2 Tri-types engraved for next turn to banish with it, but then we could also maybe set up Lyriluscs plays with it as well. I think that's better than Chaos here. Yeah, let's go ahead and add Fractal. Then we have 3 disruption cards here, so yeah, this should be fine. Okay, let's see what our opponent's got here. We also have the Regeki too, so we have plenty of comeback potential here, even though this is a kind of a weak start, but it's all good. Alright, Fies, what you got? Playing, okay, 40 and 15. That's why I love this board so much. That's why I think it's secretly the best board. Not only because the aesthetic obviously is amazing, but this is the only board we actually get an extra mate. That's not true. In the ritual board, you can, like, the little ritual raven kind of waddles out if you click the fireplace looking thing, so there is that. But I like this koi. I like this board. I think the little mat looks nice with it too. We have a nice little mat for our little jackalope friend. You can tell I'm bored because I'm just sitting here playing with, okay, what are they? They banished 5. Banished 5? What is that? Oh, Eater of Millions, okay. Okay, so we can negate this if it looks like it's gonna get really big, so I'm not really scared of that. That's fine. Banishing gains 100, cannot be attributed. Banished opponent's monster, face down. Okay, that's not really too fussed by that. They can battle with this, that's okay. I'll just Regeki it. Well, I might not even have to. It's funny, I actually thought this was a lightning storm for a second. I was like, oh, I'll just blow up their back row, but it's like, nope, it's not that lightning bolt. It's a different lightning bolt. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I gotta figure out, because I mean, obviously I'm not concerned about this effect at all. Ooh, actually, that's not that great of a draw. Because this is what we usually want to send with Fractal. Okay, so we'll probably just have to normal summon Fractal, banish for Bear Rum here. Yeah, that sounds like a solid plan. Given that's an Eater of Millions, I'm guessing this is going to be more of a stun type deck. But like I said, I don't think I need to use... Actually, no, I don't need to use Regeki or anything just yet. Let's go ahead and start by normal summoning Fractal. Okay, nothing, they didn't get a prompt to respond, so that's a really good sign. Yeah, we're going to banish 2. Actually, we could just summon Farajit and then Specialist Sparrow. Let's definitely just do that. Right, because we summon Farajit, Specialist Sparrow. Sparrow adds... Oh, and then we can make some Morg, but I'd have to use 3, 6, 7. Apex Avian's level 7. Yeah, I can use Imperm, and then I'll have 7 zones freed up. So we can Farajit, Specialist Sparrow, make Avian, and then we can search the Barrel Canary. I like this idea. Let's do that. The other option is to make Bear Rum instead of Revolt, but I think this has a little bit more potential. And no, not battle phase. And yeah, they don't really seem to be responding, so it's like anything I'm doing here. So I'm not particularly fussed about. I should put that over here. I'm not particularly fussed about these back rows, I guess. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and add the Barrel Canary, right? This is if I control no monsters. This is just if this is in my hand. So yeah, definitely just Barrel Canary. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we have the 3 monsters. So I think because one includes a winged beast, yeah, we can make some more here. Oh, we could also make a rank 4 or a link 4. I didn't even think about that either. Could just make access code. We only have 1 link though, the Faragite, right? Yeah, so I think it's probably better to make... It's probably just better to make the Simorg. What if we made Shureg, banished one of the back rows, specialed... Well, yeah, what Exceed are we making? We're just gonna go into Zeus via Assembled Nightingale. Could go into Recital, Starling, Detach. What do we add though? Nothing that can really do a whole lot. I think that can make like an F-Zero with that line. Could just make an Ensemble Robin. If we're gonna make an Ensemble Robin, then it's better to have the Simorg and the Apex Avian than the Shureg. And again, these back rows just aren't doing anything right now. That could mean they're like a Mirror Force or something, though. We have to be mindful of that. Oh man, there's so many different, like... You can make so many different plays here. There's so many different justifications for all these different plays, too. It's kind of... It's actually really interesting. Could still make Bear Rum, too. Is this... No, it's 2 Tri-Brigade monsters, so I'd have to use these. Oh man, it's so close. There's also Access Code Talker. That does 4,300, but that's not enough for lethal. We can only hit 1 thing. So we just go into Shureg at that point. It really... Even if I think they have a Mirror Force effect, I'm still 50-50 of whether or not I'm going to actually hit it with the Shureg. I think I'm just going to make this Simorg. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Because I don't even have to use all 3. That just occurred to me. That only just now occurred to me. Yeah, let's definitely make Simorg then. Yeah, definitely use the Faragite effect. Ooh, does that change anything? That, I don't think that does. Put back Valor, I don't think we'll need that. Yeah, I don't think that changes anything here. Okay, so we're gonna make, did we say we're gonna make an Ensemble Robin, is that right? It's only gonna have 2 materials, but... Actually, they're probably not gonna special summon, so maybe it is better just to make a Assembled Nightingale. I think it is. Oops. Hang on, let me see something real quick. Okay, that is, yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. I mean, of course I should have known. But, alright. Yeah, let's go to the Nightingale. I'll throw that here so that it's protected from targeting effects. That way, even if they have, like, a Mirror Force, I guess if it's only a destruction effect, we can protect Assembled Nightingale here. And then, yeah, I'm going to flip up Imperm. Let's negate that. Alright, Battle Phase. Ooh, they do get a prompt to respond. That's not good. It is a Mirror Force. It's actually exactly Mirror Force. Yeah, it's only Lyriluscs monsters that protects. That's a shame, but oh well. I figured it was going to be a Mirror Force. I thought it was going to be like a variant of it, though, like a Quaking or a Drowning Mirror Force. I didn't think it was actually going to be OG Mirror Force, but... Okay, that's fine. No, I'll actually just battle the Eater of the Millions. There's no need to attack directly. They have another prompt to respond. Okay, good. They don't have a response, though. Alright. Main phase 2. What is this last face down called by? I'll just throw that Zeus over there. And give it back to our opponent. Okay. So not the ideal way the turn we would have liked the turn to end, but not an awful way for the turn to end either. Oof, Dark Hole. Okay. Yeah, I'll activate Zeus and get rid of this back row here. This since we're going to lose it anyway. The Zeus, I mean, not the back row. And then I'll just, because we're going to lose the call by anyway, then I'll just go ahead and banish this Eater of Millions. Which I think actually technically I shouldn't do, because if they're playing a card like Eater of Millions, they might want more cards banished for certain other effects, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It was a Magic Cylinder, okay. Actually fairly glad I got rid of that. I had to figure it was another battle-based effect, though. So what can I do with the Lyriluscs? Not a whole lot. I can still make an F-Zero, actually. That's not true that I can't do a whole lot. I was going to say, what can I do with the Lyriluscs now that that's gone? Okay, we got a Whiptail, too. The Zeus is gone, but we can still make plays in that regard. We still have Link plays, too. It's too bad we lost the Simorgh, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll just start with the Warbler here. Can activate the Warbler and get back the Cobalt Sparrow. And we'll activate that effect as well. Ooh, we can, yeah, we can get the... We'll get the Swallow and then the Wagtail. And then, yeah, we can go for an F-Zero setup here. It's been a while since I've done Lyrilusc plays. This deck's kind of like, I don't know, I think it's more fun than I give it credit for. I don't know, for some reason this deck, when I think about it, compared to like other decks, it feels... I feel bad saying this, but it feels a little more boring. But then you actually sit down and play it, and it's like, oh no, this is a pretty fun deck. Alright, let's go ahead and activate Swallow. Special the Wagtail. And we'll activate, although I don't think we actually have anything left to add off of this bird call, right? Pretty sure we've already gotten all of our Lyriluscs out. Yep, we have, so we'll still search it anyway, obviously, so we don't dead draw it later. And then we'll make the Ensemble Robin, but I'm not actually going to keep it on the board. Yeah, we'll go ahead and activate. Doesn't really matter. Not really. Alright, let's just attach the Barrel Canary. Yeah, I'm just going to go into F-Zero, though. I'm not going to keep it the Ensemble. Actually, is there a reason to keep it around like this plus Trident? No, I'd still rather have F-Zero plus Trident. Yeah. I know that seems really obvious, but it's still nice to stop and think about stuff like that anyway, just to make sure, because you might know there might be like another reason that you might want it, you know. So I always like to take that moment, even for a play like that seems obvious. Well, not always, you know, I'll still occasionally slip up, but usually I like to take a moment, even for a play that seems obvious like that, and just make sure it is actually the play that I want to do. So, okay, let's also go ahead and summon the Whiptail, and then I'll go into... let's just go into Borbo. Battle. Attack with the F-Zero. Attack with the Borbo. Don't really know why I'm attacking with Borbo. I guess because it doesn't really matter, because I'm just going to go into Trident anyway. I just wanted to attack with something that wasn't Trident first. Well, so yeah, then Borbo would have been the best thing to attack with, because I wanted to put the Trident in defense mode. Then I'll set this bird call as a bluff, because I mean, my opponent knows I have the bird call, but they don't know it's necessarily this card, so... Alright, so yeah, we have an F-Zero and a Trident set up, so that's pretty good. So yeah, the Lyriluscs and the Zoodicas are definitely working together better than, or rather as well as I had hoped. A little better than I thought they might, too. They aren't as, that's what I'm looking for. Xenophobic, as I thought. That's fine, I'll just destroy the Trident. This can't be destroyed by card effects, so... that is A-okay with me. Well, not A-okay, obviously I'd like to have that Trident, but if we lose it, it's not something I'm gonna be too worried about. Be nice to finish our opponent next turn. We might not actually find the extra 400 damage, but that's okay if we don't. Okay, cool, so they're gonna pass it back to us. Doesn't really seem like our opponent's doing a whole lot of anything here. Alright. Battle. I don't think I missed an effect in the graveyard, but I guess it's too late now. I didn't even mean to hit end there. I meant to hit main phase too, but I think I didn't see the yellow glow come up, so I'm pretty sure we're not missing out on anything here. I do still have a lot of Tri-Brigade monsters left in my deck, don't I? No. Well, I just have Chaos, but I do still have at least one left. What is this? BES Big Core Mark III. If one controls no monster special in defense mode, place 2 counters on this card, cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, this card battled. There's somebody in defense mode. This feels like a bait. I can just Raigeki this, right? Even if they just end here. Although if they special summon another level 8 and then go to a rank 8, I could be in trouble. But this can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. That's fine. That feels like a bait. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Oh no. Oh no, I should have cared about that. Oh no. Pass? Question mark? Please? Why did they summon this in defense mode? They didn't expect it to resolve. Ooh, owner's seal. Okay, I'm still at 8,000. That's fine. Oh my god, I just need 400 damage here. This can get Raigeki'd, right? Cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, remove one card. Yeah, okay, good. Oh no, they are going for a rank 8. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, tell me I didn't just, like, throw completely here. Wow, I only have 3 cards left in my extra deck? That's not good. I think I might have just thrown completely here. What are they going to make? We can Raigeki this. As long as we can Raigeki whatever they make, I'm not super concerned about it, but... This card is destroyed by card effect, destroys as many monsters in the field as possible, and each player sets a card from their graveyard onto the field. Does that help me? Do I win if I do that? No. Oh, I lose, though, because they're going to battle with me for 9,000. No! Oh, no! Ah, that was such a good game up till that point. I guess it was a good game in general. Obviously, I'll still keep it in, but, oh, man. Was I careless there? I was careless because I didn't use the F-Zero effect, because I thought it was a bait. Shoot, I should have actually done that. I even said if they make a rank 8, I'm kind of screwed here. But I thought that if they were making the Drugalon, I just didn't expect the other level 8 to be a Kaiju and then an owner's seal, that's all. That was probably the exact sequence they needed to do. Well, but I mean, of course I still could have. That game was winnable, but I'm still just trying to figure out if I made the best play in the scenario. Well, either way, let's go ahead and see if we can get one more game in here real quick. Okay, game number 3 here. We're losing this coin flip, so this will be a little bit interesting. Going second, but this deck can actually go second a little bit better than a Lyriluscs deck normally could because we're playing the Zodiac engine as well. So there's that actually to consider. That's an... Actually, you know what? That's not bad. Because we can 1-for-1 pitch Apex Avian and bring it back. We have plays with whatever we bring out plus DD Crow potentially, and then we have a crossout designator, assuming our opponent doesn't do anything too scary here. Leading with Armageddon Knight into the Orcust Harp Horror is definitely a little scary. Now, I'm not as familiar with Orcust, or not familiar enough with Orcust to know exactly what all they're probably gonna do here, so... Okay, going for a level... or no, going for a Link 2 for Galatea. No, that's fine. We don't need to DD Crow. I don't even feel like DD Crowing. Maybe I do, actually. This link card can be destroyed from one of your managed machines. Set. Okay, that's fine, yeah. Maybe I should have DD Crowed this. I actually think I should have. Okay, they have the Tsukunoko anyway. No, that's fine. They can activate. Okay, they sent the Tsukunoko. Okay, so they have an extender anyway, so it's a good thing I didn't DD Crow that. Maybe they did need multiple extenders, though. Again, me not really knowing a whole lot about Orcust here. Okay, that's fine. IP Masquerena. Planning on going to like a Unicorn or a Link 4 on my turn. Some amount of disruption, I'm assuming. Okay, so plan I think is still ultimately the same here. Oh, and then they have a counter trap too, don't they? So if I had DD Crowed... Yeah, I would have stopped all this if I DD Crow'd that thing that banished. But the thing is, I think I need DD Crow to make plays here, too, is the problem. You can activate effects on monsters as quick effects during your main phase. Okay, so they can activate these effects as quick effects. That doesn't matter. Oh, wait, this might matter. Ooh, I think this will matter. If a card will be destroyed battle, this card is special summoned. Oh, no, okay, that's fine. Just trying to figure out if this field spell, if it's going to let them do anything scary here. That doesn't seem like it. It seems like IP is still the main thing to worry about. Obviously, this will protect stuff still, too. Oh. Again, me not knowing Orcus, I keep thinking they're done, and then they're not. Okay, yeah, that's just to go into a Link 4, isn't it? But don't you want to end on Dingirsu? Dingirsu, right? Something? I don't know. No, they're just ending on those two. Okay. I wonder what's Link 4 they could go into that's so scary. Oh, it's right. They get to use this stuff in Graveyard as quick effects as well. And they banish this cost, so I don't get to DD Crow or Call By in response. Consent, and then for 2, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I don't really care. I mean, I probably should care. Oh, they could go for an Underworld Goddess, too. Okay, so I have to be mindful of that. They can use that IP as removal in multiple ways. They can either go for Nightmare Unicorn or Underworld Goddess, which they'll probably go for Underworld Goddess if I had to guess. So, okay, so I actually am glad I saved this DD Crow, because it looks like I am probably going to end up using it as some amount of combo piece here. Okay, definitely going to summon the Sparrow. And activate. And then I'm thinking I might just search the Barrel Canary, normal the DD Crow, overlay that way, and then that way I'll have the... Because then I could just go into Assembled Nightingale, try to go into battle phase. My opponent will have to IP at that point. Well, they won't have to. They might just let me battle, and then I go into main phase 2, and then they IP when I go into Zeus. But either way, I can use that to go into Zeus. And then I'll still have the Reborn and the Barrel Canary, too. No, we don't need to chain other card or effects. So yeah, we are going to add... Because the other option is to maybe add Nerval here, and then normal summon that, but I only have the one... Yeah, it's not going to do anything, so... There is also Swallow to special the DD Crow, but I like the Barrel Canary as a backup play better, so I'm going to add that. Plus, adding the Canary here might prompt them to do something that, like, doesn't put this in the graveyard. Like, if they're going to, like, shuffle it back or something with Nightmare Unicorn, might tempt them to activate their IP right now. They're clearly thinking about it, but they decided not to. Alright, let's see. I don't need other normal summons, right? I can special this. That's obviously a special. So yeah, we can just go ahead and normal summon DD Crow. And then, yeah, again, I think the plan with these two is to just go into Assembled Nightingale and then try to enter battle phase. And see what they do. The other option would be to go for Recital Starling. But there's not really anything good to search. Especially now that we've normaled. So it's definitely just going to be... Okay, they are activating IP Masquerena now. This is good. This is what I wanted, was to bait this out. Okay. Before the battle phase, I mean. Well, I guess it'll depend, too, on what they summon. I think they're going... Okay. Yeah, they're going for Nightmare Unicorn. Okay, cool. Good. And they're going to shuffle this back so that my Barrel Canary is dead. It's too bad you can't send from the extra deck, although I don't have Nightmare Unicorn in this extra deck anyway. It was a totally different deck I was thinking of, so never mind. And then I guess we're just going to Monster Reborn Avian in battle, right? Because I don't think they have anything better to bring back. Wait, IP plus DD Crow does go into some Morgue, but does not summon the Apex Avian. But we have the Monster Reborn for the Apex Avian. We can summon The barrier statue. Ooh, wait, this is actually... And then the Samora can't be destroyed by card effects because we brought it back with the IP. So we Monster Reborn IP. No, but then we can't Monster Reborn with Samora because we just use Monster Reborn. Duh. Okay. But still, Monster Reborn and Samora for the barrier statue is probably better than Monster Reborning... Or Monster Reborning the IP for the Samora for the barrier statue is probably better than Monster Reborning the Apex Avian, right? I think it is. So let's do it that way. Even if they have a hand trap, I've got call by and cross out. Cool. I saw that Elm Rush for a second. I thought that was the only thing, and I was like, no, did I screw up? No, God, I didn't. Uh-oh, what does that do? Hold on, wait, what? You can banish this card, then target one Orcus monster in your graveyard. Oh, no, we can just call by. Okay, good. I keep forgetting the graveyard effects are quick now, too. Yeah, we can just banish the Stingirasu. Now, what does this do again? Nothing relevant, right? Link summon, discard one card during the end phase. Yeah, nothing relevant. Face-up spells can be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. I don't care about that. I'd rather get rid of the Nightmare Unicorn. What are they... Hang on, do they have another effect I need to know about in here? Oh, they do. They have this. Target one face-up monster in the field. Send one dark monster. Gains attack equal level of the monster sent times 100. Okay, cool. Good. So yeah, I shouldn't battle this unicorn. Let's battle this thing instead. Yeah, I'm glad I read that. I thought to myself, like, wait, there's something that's going to mess me up here. I knew that. Okay, I didn't know, but I figured that was it. All right. So main phase 2. I'm going to set my designator. And then I'm going to end. And like I said, I'm going to Simorg for the barrier statue here. Which they'll be able to destroy with the unicorn, unfortunately. But that will at least buy me the battle phase. But they can't do anything. The main and one and battle phase, I should say. Yeah, what the hell do they have here in Grave that they can really, like, do? That just buffs? Seems like they're kind of out of resources. Oh, wait, maybe not. Well, actually, definitely not, now that they just normaled that, because they can just link these two. Ah, that stupid... what was it? This one. I hope I read this right. This for one face of monster in the field. Can't special summon, special machine monster. Yeah, they just would have had to send a level 3 or higher monster for this to battle over, which is actually what they're about to do right now, so. So unfortunately, it looks like that was going to really pretty much happen either way. We don't just lose, though. We can still use this Barrel Canary to make a Zeus next turn. Interesting deck our opponent's playing, though. Orcus decks are really just fascinating. I really do kind of have an appreciation even just seeing this, like, of how they used to be, like, tier 1. I've only ever heard about that, and I think that was during Master Rule 4, but not how, like, yeah, Orcus were just kind of, like, dominating the meta for a while. A lot of, not a lot of, but I've heard the sentiment that I'm lucky to have not played in that format, so, yeah, definitely not sorry to have not done that. Or to have missed out on that, rather. I just hope they don't do anything too scary. Did they not have a target for this Jackalope? I guess they didn't. Oh, they already used their Tsukinoko, didn't they? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, okay, Raptor gets the Recycler. And then, yeah, they normal summon that. Put some of their stuff back. They can make a link through a rank 3. They can make a link 2. They can make a link 4. They can make a link 5. They can make a link. They can make any amount. They can make any amount of links. Okay. Oh, and they sent this Gizmek on top of that, so they can just summon that too. Longirisu, the Orchestrator. Actually, I'm not familiar with this one. Linked card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Target 2 for banished machine shuffle from the deck. Target only monster your opponent controls sent to the graveyard. This card cannot attack. Oh, wait, I have seen this card before. Okay, that's right. So I just want to keep things out of these zones. I remember I've had to play around this before. I think that was in the solo mode story though that I had to do that. Oh boy, hopefully they don't set a spell or trap that's too scary. I think this deck does have an Omni-Negate spell or trap, like an Omni-Negate counter trap, doesn't it? Yep, they do. That's not good. Or monster effect to get the effect banished a card. So we need to force this. Which means we're going to have to pretty much draw 2 outs, or rather another out in addition to the Barrel Canary that we have here in hand. Oh, and actually we don't even have a target for this Canary. That's right, because they shuffled it back. You can't just get back DD Crow. This one does actually specifically care about Lyriluscs, so... yeah, I think we might be losing this game here. Oh, because I called by it. That's why I can't use its effect. Huh. Okay. Well, that actually kind of works out for me. I mean, they still have an Omni-Negate counter trap, but... What did I draw? Oh, I drew Cataroost? Oh, but... Wait, it's a counter trap. It probably negates and destroys, right? And banishes, even worse. Okay. Ugh. Just trying to think... Is there any way... Just trying to figure out if I can get away with this at all. Well, I mean, I can still make a Zeus, and they can't battle over it right now. So, we can just do that. Oh, they're gonna just pop it with the Gizmek. That's right. That's right. Ah, so yeah, it wasn't gonna happen either way. It looks like, even with this like last-ditch effort of trying to stall with a defense mode Zeus. Ah, oh well. Again, I say, what can you do? It's gonna happen sometimes, but yeah, I think we can probably... Wait, what does that do? Orchestrated return. Because this pops as a quick effect, doesn't it? No, it summons as a quick effect. But that's still not gonna matter, because I'm gonna, like, yeah, I'm gonna go for, like, even if I go for my Borbo attack, and then I do a little bit of damage, I go into Zeus, their turn they activate, I respond with Zeus, they respond with the counter trap, they turn everything to attack mode. 5, 4, blah, blah, blah. I pretty much lose. Well, I actually do lose this orchestrated return, right? Because then this brings something back. Send one for your hand field. Yeah, that's in that. They'd only need like a few hundred more points of damage. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. I don't think it's very likely that I win here. Because again, I already know that even if I get the Zeus in defense mode, they'll just again destroy it. I'll activate, they'll negate and banish. They'll turn everything into attack mode. And I'm sure they have a way in graveyard here, right, to summon something. I don't think they do actually necessarily. They'll have multiple draws. They'll only need a few hundred more points of damage. I guess technically it's not lethal though, so I should keep playing it out. I guess my opponent could misplay here, or disconnect. You should leave your opponent room to misplay or disconnect, in all fairness, so I guess we'll do that. But yeah, we can't Trident first, because it'll, obviously, then we can't go into Zeus, and the 3000 defense is going to be the most important thing here. Because of the effect, because of the counter trap negating and destroying, or banishing in response to the effect. Yeah, so we'll just do this, and then boom. Put this here. Because there's also the chance your opponent could just not figure out all the same things you've figured out, right? especially if you do your plays with confidence. Like the fact that I don't know, this only very, very, very minorly matters, but like playing with confidence does tend to put your opponent more in the mindset of being like, oh shit, like they clearly must have something, because they didn't really, once they figured it out, they didn't hesitate at all. So, and again, my opponent might not, one, they might not have the few extra 100 points of damage they need. Two, they might not figured out the lethal, although, I mean, it's not very difficult to figure out here. Like, I'm going to activate Zeus's effect, and they're just going to flip up their counter trap. It's not like it requires a whole lot of mental processing. It's too bad it is a counter trap too, because if it weren't, we could just activate Zeus again, but alas, spell speed 3 and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's 5,050, 6,850, so they need 550 more points of damage to lethal me this turn. Which I guess it doesn't look like they have. Oh no, they do. It's right there. Okay. All right. I'll just let it happen. Why not? I won't concede. So GG's to our opponents here, or yeah, our opponents overall, not just our opponent here. Shoot, yeah, I would have liked a couple more, or another win rather, as opposed to another loss. But yeah, that's gonna happen. So. Alright, now that we have wrapped up this last game here, let's go ahead and move on to the outro. Okay, so that is going to do it for this video. Guys, thank you as always for watching to the very end like this. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's a little, it's funny, I find myself a little bummed when I show more losses than wins, but ultimately at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, just, they were quality games overall. Plus with live games, I still like to be able to do what I can when I can, so just the fact that we're able to get live games at all is, I think, good enough for me. So I think this variant, even though you know, we went 1 and 2 for our 3 games, is still perfectly fine for this festival. I think this would be a decent deck to ladder with if you were going to ladder with only 1 deck, but that's not the fun part of this festival. This is definitely a festival where it's fun to just try out lots of different strategies and styles, so definitely keep at it in that regard is my advice there. This is definitely a format where we should take advantage of just the fun, just how fun it is. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to continue to play a variety of different decks. I don't know if I'm going to be showing any more videos after this one. I guess if there is a deck that a lot of people really want me to try, I'll try it out, but I tend to just stick to like 3, 4, maybe 5 at most videos for a festival. Usually less than that because they're not as fun as this one, but this is a really fun one. And who knows, if these videos are doing really well, then this might not be my last one for the festival, but we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, again, I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you want to support by commenting and subscribing, that really helps out. Comments are great because I love getting feedback from you guys. And subscribing is obviously not only the best way, one of the best ways to support the channel, but you then get notifications when my videos go out, which does happen every day. So you have that to look forward to. So without further ado though, this is Lyriluscs signing out. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.